Minutes now past 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night here on Channel 2, America's Most Wanted is featuring a deadly hit and run in Berkeley that has police baffled. In 1998, Rick DeVecchi, he's the man on the right there, was working at his family's business on 2nd Street in Berkeley. DeVecchi was told that someone was rummaging through the back of his truck, so he went out into the street to see what was happening. The suspect, by that point, had gotten into his own car. It was a Cadillac. He hit the gas and swerved right into DeVecchi before speeding off. DeVecchi's father came out and saw his son laying in the street and called 911. And we want to play some of that 911 call for you now, along with part of the segment from America's Most Wanted.
Berkeley 911.
911, I need an ambulance immediately. A hit and run out here at 2nd Street. 1921.
Right in front of you? Okay, you need to slow down. Someone got hit by a car?
Yes, hit and run.
Oh, a hit and run?
Yes, my son's laying out in the middle of the street. Get an ambulance down here now.
Okay, they're on their way while I'm talking to you.
I stayed there with Rick until we had help.
Rick was rushed to a nearby hospital where he underwent emergency brain surgery. For 3 days, he lay in a coma.
I think all of us were just waiting for him to get up and rip everything out of his arms and say, "I'm okay, don't worry, don't cry. I'm sorry." But that never happened.
Rick was buried on Christmas Eve, 1998. Even though he had passed away, he was still able to give a gift. The gift of life.
The day he died, he donated his heart, his lungs, his kidneys for somebody else. That's the type of person he was. He'd just give and give and give until he couldn't give anymore. And when he couldn't give anymore, he gave of himself. He gave himself away.
Now the DeVecchi family is asking for your help to find Rick's killer. Police drew this composite from witnesses' descriptions. But police say the most important clue was the car the killer was driving. A surveillance camera caught the vehicle as it fled the scene. The quality of the video is poor, but witnesses describe it as a light color, late 70s to early 80s Cadillac, similar to this one. It had a dark-colored top and may have had the partial license plate CUS. Police have no idea why this man wanted to run Rick down. But if you have any idea who he is, please call 1-800-CRIME-TV.
Well, joining us now from our newsroom is Rick's brother, Randy, who is also a news photographer for us here on Channel 2. Randy, you must be somewhat optimistic now because America's Most Wanted has picked up this case, but at the same point, I imagine you must be really frustrated that police are no closer to solving this now than they were when it happened.
Well, we are frustrated, but we're, like you said, optimistic. We're hopeful because of this piece. We know that there's parts of this jigsaw puzzle out there, and that we have parts of that puzzle. Just a matter of putting the pieces in the right spot and having the person that has those corner pieces of the puzzle to come forward, give us a call, and let's start the puzzle and put it together.
If by chance the person who did this is watching, what would you say to him?
I think my dad said it best. He just said that as a family, we're not going to give up. This guy should just give up himself because as a family, we're not going to give up. My dad said it best when he said, just keep looking over your shoulder and keep looking in the rearview mirror because we're coming. We're not going to give up.
It's been a couple of years now. I know that your family was very, very close. You all lived in the same neighborhood, in fact. How are you doing with your brother's death, and how is his wife and kids doing?
As you said, it's very fortunate that we're a very close-knit family. We all grew up together. We all live in the same area, and we just lean on each other. As far as Rick's family, his wife is doing as well as can be expected. When you're used to going to bed next to somebody and waking up next to somebody every day, and all of a sudden that person's not there, it's just devastating. And she knows that at any time that she can come and cry on our shoulders the same way that we've cried on hers. And we just stick together as a family and try to get by and try to get through each day.
You know, they say time heals. Is that true in this case?
I don't know if time heals. I think time just goes on.
Well, we certainly hope that this America's Most Wanted piece will spur someone, and hopefully police can get some clues and capture the person who did this. Randy, thank you for taking the time to talk with us this morning. Again, that America's Most Wanted piece is tomorrow night here on Channel 2 at 9 o'clock, and we'll be back in just a moment.